Hi everybody. Shalom to Adi Aroni, Chairwoman of BGU Student Union, and Or Eres, spokesman of the union. Great to be back here, no?
Great, it's so good to see you here in Ben-Gurion in the university.
We missed this place so much.
We all missed it. So here we are on May 17, and as you know, this is the virtual Board of Governors session. We actually wanted to have an actual Board of Governors session, and we're being watched by and participating in this session are hundreds of people from every corner of the world who had planned to come to Israel, to Beersheba, to be here and to celebrate our 50th anniversary. And but alas, these plans had to be changed, and it didn't work out. So, and when they come here, normally the best experience they have is meeting with all of you, meeting the students, getting to know the students, and make this place so incredible. So we had to adjust our plans, and instead of them being here, we're going to go to them. We're going to enter each and every one of their homes and let them feel and experience the student experience of this last couple of months. It's been quite difficult. So I'd like to ask each of you what it felt like to be a student at BGU during this coronavirus crisis.
It was such a challenge to be a student in this period of time. When the coronavirus started, it's changed everything that we knew like everywhere else. And as a student, you know, the Ben-Gurion University experience is the community, and being here in the campus, meet your friends and your teachers and everyone. And when we had to change our plans, it was a challenge. And the university did it really well. The university transformed from a regular university to a web university in a few days, and the students also get along. And I think the best things in this period was first the fact that students didn't only think about themselves. We in the Student Union open voluntary chances for the student. Wow. With everyone who needs it. For example, old people who needs to get medicine or food, children of the medical staff that needed support, and someone who play with their kids while they're protecting us. And over 600 students only here in BGU participate in this voluntary experience. It was such an amazing thing to do.
So we really are special.
I believe it.
Oh, what about yourself?
For me, it felt really strange because we used to be here in Beersheba in Ben-Gurion University, and as SD said, to experience those social life that we have here with social involvement and, you know, celebrating all day and all night with our friends here all around the city. And suddenly it became so quiet, so unnatural for us as students that are living here. And also, of course, this part of being back to this high school days. I mean, you are getting back to your parents' house, to your room.
Did you get fed well, at least?
Yes. They also complain that I'm eating too much. But okay. Yes, but when you go back to your parents' house, you suddenly realize how far you got to Ben-Gurion University and to the place where you are today. Experiencing here every day, exploring with the teachers, with the amazing university that we have here, our co-workers here in the university. And we miss them a lot. And also for the Board of Governors, we miss you. We're really waiting every year to see you, to meet you, and sharing experience and learn from you a lot, and from what you think about our Students' Union and the students as a whole.
I promise they'll be back. I really do. And I know how difficult it was for both of you as leaders of our student community to cancel that very, very famous Purim party. I know that we'd all been waiting for it, and we'll celebrate that one even better next year. But I want to actually go into another aspect of this crisis. You know, there's a generation of students that came before you that if you were to ask them what their standout experience was, many of them would tell you that in January 1991, when the Gulf War started and Israel was being attacked by Scud missiles, that they had to stop studying. In fact, the exams were delayed, the second semester didn't start, and they spent time in a sealed room with a gas mask. That's what they would remember. So I guess I'd like to ask both of you, a couple of decades from now, when you've both got children and you're looking back to the spring of 2020, what will you tell them about this period of time? And maybe any special personal moments or anecdotes that you would have?
I think that I will remember this period of time as a very complicated period, because on the one hand, you just mute your life, kind of. Everything becomes so quiet and so unusual. But on the other hand, you realize good things. You learn good things and new things about yourself, your abilities, your skills. For example, we at the Students' Union and in other organizations where I'm working in, we just moved all our activities to the digital area, to the media. And suddenly you get to realize that you can talk to many people. You can see the people, you can feel them, you can share feelings that you have, you can help them and get support from one another. And I think that I will remember this period of time as a teaching period where you can learn many things about our life here in Ben-Gurion University and in general for life.
It's almost like life became more simple and we appreciate that simplicity.
Yeah, sure. You suddenly appreciate when you wake up in the morning and go to university and meet all your teachers and friends and learn new things. And you appreciate your social life, right. I think. Yeah.
Adi?
I couldn't agree more. I think this period also is an improving period. I felt on myself that I needed like a motivation that is not only from the society around me, and that it will come from myself. I start to meditate and doing workout, and I think this period is like a quiet period that you could look at it and maybe become a better self for yourself in this world.
So almost like going to that desert island that sometimes we all think of.
Some ashram that you could learn about
that
yourself.
That just shows the difference in age. I'm thinking of a desert island, you're thinking of an ashram, but yeah. I think that's really important. Now, every newspaper you pick up or every news channel, people are talking about the post-pandemic stage as opposed to the world that we knew it before. And although we can't really put a finger exactly on what will be different in this new world, it's clear to all of us that things are going to be different. And I was wondering about the two of you and many other students and your own career trajectory, your own thoughts about your future, the jobs or professions that you thought you would go to. Now the economy's changed, society's changed, civil society. Has anything in your own plans changed as a result of it? Because you've both spoken very profoundly about the impact that it had on you personally. What's changed?
Actually, it's a really soft spot these days for me. I'm going to finish my job here as the chairwoman of the Student Union after 4 years in the Student Union, and I'm looking for the next step in my life. And I think everything I look for is changing.
Wow.
The jobs, the opportunities outside. Some things are gone, and maybe they will never come back as we knew it. And other things are opening, and I think the challenge now will be to understand the area and go where you have new opportunities. for example, everything in the internet is going to be much more important and needed than other jobs.
Well, or are you in a different career track than you were before Corona?
I don't think that I have different plans for another career, but this period of time really emphasized for me the importance of being a public person. That we, as a student union, we are working for the public of students, and we all day, 24/7, working for them. And you see how much people need support right now, all around the country, from the government, from the universities, and we realize the meaningfulness of being a public person who works for the people. And I think that I will carry this on to my life, if I will work in the parliament or in a ministry office or something like this. I will take this comprehension of being a public worker.
You see, I know that these hundreds of people who are watching us now, if they were in this room, they would say, forget about social distance. They want to come and hug you for just everything you've said and shared and everything you are, and for that incredible student body that you represent. They all know how special you are. So I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank for your honesty and your willingness to talk. And I know that you'll join me in thanking all of them, because our university wouldn't be here without all of their help, and some of them have been with us for many, many decades. And we know that they're still with us, and we know that physically they'll be back here on this campus and our other campuses within a very short period of time. And that will allow us the opportunity to break bread together, to eat together, and to deepen and widen our connections. So thank you very much to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.